Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps and your Fun Stampers Journey coach. And look what I'm playing with. I've had this for a couple of months and never played around with it, but I'm recovering. So I figured, let me pull out my Journey gel press and just sit down and play and have fun and see what this thing is all about. I had never heard of a gel press before. Up until, we got it at Fun Stampers Journey. We have an exclusive size, which is the 8.5 by 11 inch size. Now, the gel press, it's been out for a while, and I don't know why I had never heard of it. Proceed any further, let me show you how you can shop with me. You could visit my store at www.funstampersjourney.com/Bible Scraps. You could also visit the main site, and in the Coach Finders tab, which is at the top of the screen, enter in my name, Felicia Hands with a Z. And then you must click on my profile picture, which is this picture of my original Fun Stampers Journey shopping lot. Once you click on the store, you have accessed my shopping page. Now, if you should have any problems or concerns, do send me an email at biblescraps@yahoo.com. You could also click on any of the links in the description box. I will also have links in a comment, so you can access my store by clicking on those products in our inspiration and idea book. It's in the Journey Media category, which starts on page 252, and you're looking at the gel press with all the different paints that you can purchase. Now, I will have the virtual catalog linked in my description box as well, and I'll also have the link to purchase a catalog if you are interested. But let me show you what it looks like. This is how it comes in this large packaging, and this is my first time, you guys, playing with this, so we're going to experience this together. You have protective layer sheets on both sides, and by the way, this month the gel press is on sale. You can save 20% along with our pan pastels, and I will show that to you in a second. But the gel press, I see my fingerprints on it already. It's like a block of gel. Look at that. Just like Jello, right? It's kind of cool. Okay, you know what I probably should do? I should probably read the directions, but I know I need to protect my work surface because with the gel press, it's all about your wet mediums, right? So super fun. Okay, so let me get something. I'm not going to do that. I tell you what, I'm going to use this packaging as my protective covering for my gel press. So I'm going to leave mine on, or leave the bottom liner on and just set it down just like that. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so you will need a brayer, and I do know we have the brayer. I did not pick the brayer up because I have one. It's dirty, but I'm going to give it a go too. And you need paints. So we have a whole selection of colors of paints to choose from by Fun Stampers Journey. But I have a lot of paints. I have paints by Martha Stewart, and then I have these paints that I picked up from Tuesday Morning at a fabulous price. 3 in a pack for $1.99. Now the weird thing is, they had these in the packs of 3, but they also had them in packs of 1 for the same price. Right? So I actually got some single units, and then I took them back when I saw that they were available in packs of 3. Okay, so I'm going to set these to the side. Now, The gel press is great if you are into altered art or if you want to create your own background papers. I did watch some videos and I don't recall what I watched. So I'm just going to play around in this video and you see this? So the gel press, it's sticky, but it don't necessarily feel sticky, but when you touch it, there's a slight tack, but there's nothing on your fingers. But you just saw how my paper, how it adhered to my gel press. Okay, so the direction states, protect your surface, apply your paint directly to your Journey gel press. So let's do that. I do remember now that you can get variations depending on how you apply your paint down. So let's put some yellow down. And then how do you get teal? I forget. Let's put some green down. Okay, green I have to open up. So let's put some red down. Just gonna have fun. I have a new motto for myself. Well, it's kind of old now. Don't think, create. I do much better creative-wise when I don't think. Okay, you know what? I am so not prepared. I need paper. I'm going to use Fun Stamper's Journey whipped cream cardstock. You can use a variety of papers. Now, because it's paint, regular paper, it may warp a bit, but you can still use it. Okay, so let's see, what's next? Apply your paint, roll paint into a thin layer with a brayer. And I have my dirty brayer here. I've had it since I started crafting years ago. So, now I do know depending on where you place your paint down, oh look at that, I like the texture already. How you put your paint down and how you brayer, that will determine your print that you get. Okay, so I've done that, and then it states there's directions on the back as well. I probably should have read this first. Okay, place your cardstock or printed paper, because you can take your scrapbooking paper too and add more design to it. Press it down lightly. But you know what I'm going to do? I am going to use my brayer for the back. You can clean your brayer off. Darn it, I wish I remembered some techniques from the video. But you can clean your brayer off, or you can apply it to cardstock, or you can just do the back, right? Well, I'm going to clean mine off and use my brayer. You can use your fingers to transfer the design to my cardstock. Woo-hoo-hoo! My first piece of pattern paper with the gel press. Let's see how this looks. Now this is the very basic of what you can do. That's kind of cool, just like that, right? Wow. You know what? Do you see this in here? It looks like crackled something. I like this. Oh wow. This is really cool. It looks weathered. Aha! Okay, let's try something else. So for this print, I'm going to use a stencil. I picked this up from Tuesday Morning, and I want to use a little bit of brown. Now, I did do a little bit of the reading, and it states you do not need to clean off your gel press in between applications. It's not necessary, because the layer that's left down will just add to the character of the next print. You really do want to read this, because there's do's and don'ts, and you know what to take for caution. So do read that. Okay, Now let's add a little bit of orange. Depending on when you add your stencil, that will determine, you know, what look you get. You know, I think it's my whatever I have on this brayer, I think that is giving that wood grain look. I will get a new brayer if I can't clean this one. Okay, so clean the brayer off like that. I'm still, wait a minute. When do I add my stencil? You know what? Let's just add the stencil now. Let's put it down like that. And I have mine down lopsided. Let's lift it up. Okay, I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. Let's put the paper down. This is Fun Stamper's Journey cardstock. And let's lightly brayer. Okay, now they do recommend as well. Okay, this is different. Look at that. All right, this is different. I will do a comparison. Remember, this is all new to me. Okay, this is cool. I like that. I like that color too. Now, they recommend that you put your gel press on a flat surface. So, I'm going to remove my packaging, and for the next one, I'll do it on a hard, flat surface. But this is interesting, right? So you see, I can see the stencil effect, and I'm going to see if I could transfer the design on the stencil to this paper. So let's see if we could do that. Oh, you want to be careful. You don't want to place certain items on your gel press, because I did read like wax paper and certain types of papers, they will leave a permanent impression on your gel press. Okay, let's see if we get a design here. Not so much. Not so much. Perhaps if I laid down more paint. Okay, but I do like how this turned out, and you see I have some of that orange. Now, if you didn't want the prior application to transfer it to your new application, you can clean your gel press. I'll do my cleaning at the end, but take a look at my 2 examples thus far. All right, let's do another one, but I'm going to use a heavier weight cardstock. This is Recollections 110 pound or 20 pounds, and I'm going to add some Pearl X. You could pick up these in the smaller containers, and I do have them here. Michael's have them if they still have them. They've had them for like a long time. And then I'm going to use bubble wrap. Yep. So let's see. Let's put down some white. Some white and green. Darn it, I gotta look it up online to see what colors make that pretty mint color. Put down some purple. More than I wanted. Probably should shake these up. I have no clue what color I'm going to end up with. It might be a brown color. Okay, so let's smooth our ink. And my brayer don't want to turn. I need to get a new brayer. And I think I have too much paint. You can go either direction. Okay, and then Now, I'm just going to sprinkle some of this Pearl X. You could do a lot with this stuff. When I first started crafting, that's when I got into this. You use it in rubber stamping with your clear embossing ink. I also color my resin when I mold with this stuff. Okay, and oh, we need to use our bubble wrap. I'm using the side that you can pop and just add some texture like that. You can add it all over or just add it in a section. I think I just want to add it right there. And you can reuse that bubble wrap. Okay, so let's put down our paper. And let's smooth it down. And you can also, if you don't want to clean off your brayer on a paper towel, you can obviously see that you can use the residue on your brayer and make a custom paper as well. Okay, let's peel it back. Always exciting to see the reveal. Let's see what I got. Perfect for an art journaling page. And you see, you see my bubble wrap. I like that texture. Now, this is a heap of this powder. I added too much. But it's all about the uniqueness, right? This is pretty cool. I like this. So if you want unique background papers that you can die cut and make you know, shapes out of them, put on your cards, the gel press might be the thing to get. This actually looks like watercolor flowers in the back. I like that. Alrighty, let's do one more. But I do think I might want to clean my gel press. So let me read the directions and I'll come back and show you how you can clean yours. So to clean the gel press, we have options. You can use mild soap and water. For tough stains, use baby soap or baby oil and then mild soap and water. Sometimes you might not be able to remove your stains, but it should not affect your future prints. You could also use baby wipes and paper towels. What I'm going to use is this organic glass cleaner. I've already sprayed mine lightly, and it looks like I will not be able to remove all of my stains. And let's see if this powder comes up. Yeah, I might have to put mine in some soap and water to remove more. Let's see if I put my fingers in it, what'll happen. Yeah, it's messy, you guys. I'm getting messy. I guess if you rub your fingers in it, you can get some off that way. So my baby wipes are dried out. Let's see what I can get up. I would try baby oil, but I don't have any baby oil. Let's try some more spray. Or better yet, let me just wet my baby wipes. Okay, so I'm not trying to totally clean this because stains are inevitable. I just want to get up all the paint that will potentially transfer to my next print. You can see I got quite a bit up. And I guess if I worked with it, well, let me just work with it because it's coming up. Perhaps you could use water too. Okay, and then once you have it as clean as you like, you could use a paper towel to dry it off. This baby wipe is still, it's dry, so it dried out. So I'll use that. Okay, not bad, not bad. This is how it looks. Still have some in the corner here. But for the most part, it looks like I have most of the ink up already. So for this last print, we are going to work with more stencils, but I'm going to include rubber stamps to add some texture, and going to also use our splash and gold. I love our sprays. I have yet to do a review of our sprays, but I absolutely love them. Remove this little thingy here. And okay, I'm still using the Recollections paper, and I'm going to work with white and red paint because I kind of want a pink color, because I'm working with heart stamps and stencils. I mean, who states you can't have heart themed projects outside of Valentine's, right? Before we know it, it's going to be here anyway. So, you know what? I probably should have, let me clean off my brayer a little bit, because I don't want any green. Though that might be pretty. Okay, it's clean. Alrighty, let's brayer, 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 brayer. You know what? I might. Okay, let's do this. I kind of did it by accident, but you can manipulate your brayer and create some cool designs. This is cool, right? I like that. Alrighty. Let's add a little bit of glimmer to this. I'm gonna lightly spray. This gold is really pretty. Okay, put my paper down. And once you put your paper down, leave it. You don't want to shift it. Though you can, because, you know, you will get an interesting, unique look. Lightly brayer. The next time I do this, I'm not going to clean my brayer. I want to see how the back will look. And I'm having flashbacks from watching the videos I watched several months ago. You know what? Darn it, I forgot to do something. I forgot to add the stencil. But take a look at that. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. You know what? It looks like frosting on a cake or a cupcake. So you could die cut something like this out as icing on your sweets. Alrighty, we are going to do this again because I forgot to use my stencils. Oh, and do you see the gold? Can you see the shimmer? I see it. It's faint. Okay, so for the next one, I'm not going to add the shimmer to see if there's a true difference. Let's lay down some more paint. And this time, if I remember, I will not clean my brayer. Okay, and my brayer don't want to turn. It don't want to go. Go! And turn! Okay, turn. It don't want to turn. Okay. I need a new brayer. Oh. But it's still interesting. Turn, 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 turn. Perhaps I'm pushing it down too hard. Okay, so I'm not going to clean that. Add my stencil. I actually have 3 stencils I want to use. Now you can make your prints in any size you like. And how about, let's add a little bit of bubble wrap texture. You do want to be careful because if you don't want that color that's on your bubble wrap, be mindful of that. You know, let me add texture here. Just down there. Okay, and then let's add this stencil down. Oh, I forgot to use the rubber stamp. Okay, let's do that here. Why is it black or green? Was my stamp? My stamp wasn't dirty. Okay, now over here in this area, let's add this stencil. Okay, so I'm working with the Recollections cardstock, and I want to move this to the side because, well, let me leave that there. I want to use the ink on my brayer just to see how it comes out. So yeah, there's a lot of ink that's left. It's enough to make a print. So you can, if you want to clean off your brayer on a scrap of paper and use it in your art journal. Okay, let's add paper right to the stencils. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but it's all about exploration. So let's see. Okay, this is the final print, you guys. Let's see how it fares. I don't like it. Not what I was thinking. I mean, it's interesting. It really is altered art. I mean, it's cool, right? Well, let's do this. Let's remove the stencils and then add some paper to see what type of look we get. Okay, and here's the other look. Nothing lifted on this side. So I guess this print would be the positive or the negative? I don't know. But you see the difference. I am going to figure out how to use these, you guys. I am not wasting these. I am back, and these are the prints that I made. Now this is my favorite. I'm going to come back to this one. And then this one, and then this one. And then these 2 or 3. Alrighty, I used whipped cream cardstock from Fun Stamper's Journey, and then the Recollections 110 pound. And then this was that sheet I used to clean my brayer. Now, if you are not into mixed media or altered art, I don't know if you would like the gel press. But you know, let me go to this print. I like it. It's a different form of art. If you want to freestyle, if you just want to sit and have fun and don't worry about being perfect, it's kind of like coloring outside the lines. I mean, you can't go wrong. I see the gel press as being very therapeutic, and I will be back to show you how I will use these prints because I started me a new art journal. I'll show you this first page. It may not look like anything to you guys, but to me, you know, I like it. I'm dedicating this book to like my year or my week in crafts. I'm 2 weeks behind, but I'll create 1 or 2 pages a week just to showcase new techniques I learned that week or what techniques I'm using. And so I will find some usage for these prints. Now this is my favorite print. This looks like a scene. This looks like water here. This looks like foliage all around here. I absolutely, and then the splatter of that Pearl X powder. I just love how this looks. Wow, you never know what designs you will get. Absolutely, I love it. So here's the page that I made. I like how it turned out. It's simple. I didn't overdo it. I have a little vintage tag here using a sewing pattern. I'll share more of that technique in another video. But here I cut down one of the prints I made and added one of my paper dolls. She's vintage. And on the back I added another tag that I have journaling on. So when you flip it like that, because I didn't want to cover up the print, because I love how this turned out. It looks like water painting. It looks like I knew what I was doing, at least on my end. So I wanted to keep as much of the original print exposed as possible. Here I added some vintage wrapping paper. And then here a little card, a little journaling card here. You know, and that's it. That's all. I'm done. I like how this turned out. I will definitely play with my gel press. So if you are interested in the gel press, you guys, you can shop with me. You can check out the links in my description box. And if I didn't mention this, by the way, I put the gel press with the liners back in the packaging. And this is how I will store mine. The directions offer an alternative to using the package, but it's safe. It's nice and thin. I can tuck it away and it'll store nicely. But I will have links to the gel press, to the whiplash. Did I say whiplash? I'm thinking of whiplash. Lord, I don't want whiplash. I do not want whiplash. Anyway, you know what color I'm talking about. I will have it all linked in the description box. Now, if you have found this video inspiring or just relaxing, why not give me a thumbs up? Also, subscribe right now. It's easy to do it. Just hit that subscribe button. And it's just as easy to hit the like button. And feel free to share this video. Yeah, feel free. I'm going to try to find links to other videos that I've watched. I have to go back and try to find those, because in those videos, I mean, you can learn a whole lot of different ways on how you can create unique patterns with the gel press. Well, I want to thank you all for watching. As always, blessings.